Welcome to the Two Guys All Things Tech podcast. I'm your co-host, Kevin Deveji.
And I'm Tony Lucidi.
Welcome to today's podcast.
Yeah.
Hello, Anthony. How is it going?
It's going well. It's going well. How about yourself?
Good. Thank you very much. How is your week so far?
My week was crazy. I was doing a lot of traveling. I got a real funny story. So I go to the city and I have to meet a client. All right. So we're doing a luncheon. And I bring my truck. And that's an oversized vehicle. So I register for the parking garage.
Okay.
Make sure it has an oversized vehicle. Okay. I get in, and you know those parking garages.
Mm-hmm.
They're tiny. It's almost like I'm going down a pit, a hole.
Bit tight, yes. Yes.
I go down. I'm literally pulling in. The guy's yelling at me, no. And I'm like, dude, what do you mean no? He goes, I can't take oversized vehicles. I said, I booked online. Your website took it. You took my money.
Okay.
He's like, no, you got to cancel it.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, all right. So my buddy's in the car. He's freaking out. He goes, he's having a real hard time. He's saying nice choice words. So I said, calm down. All right, I'll back out. Now I'm trying to get out.
Oh, man.
And it's,
Wow.
So I get to a certain point and I'm revving the truck. Oh, I'm like, why aren't I moving? I am literally scraping the side of my truck
Oh, my God.
on some metal thing that was stuck. What was even worse is these guys were like this.
Just watching it?
They were just watching me.
Ah, man.
And I was
Very professional, eh?
I was
Wow.
like, that's the week I had. That's the one day of the week I had. So
Wow.
It's been crazy, but I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here with you.
I appreciate it. Yes, of course. Pleasure is all mine, as always.
To do our podcast. Yeah.
Yes, and there are many different subjects to talk about and share with our audience today.
Yeah.
So I'm also very, very excited.
So before we started, I like to do, tech in the news. And I pulled something up on Reuters today, which is kind of what we were talking about. Mm-hmm. And the title is, FTC prepares to grill AI companies over impact on children. Mm-hmm. This was reported in the Wall Street Journal. And I'm reading the article. I'm like, okay, well, that's positive, right? This is what we were talking about. Mm-hmm. This is they're having conversations. My problem is, though, I'm like, first of all, Federal Trade Commission? Why are they investigating AI? Like, I didn't understand the correlation. Maybe because it's children, and it might have to do with
probably. So it is. They also, for example, FTC focus on advertising practices, marketing practices. So they look at it as a business practice. Okay, I think. All right. That's why it's like, how is the impact of it in terms of commercial activities? It says impact on children.
So
probably.
What they're grilling them on is the risk of AI chatbots to children, and are they going to demand internal documents from it, including OpenAI. Meta is preparing letters sent to the companies operating popular chatbots. I'm guessing like ChatGPT.
So they're going to ask for the source code? Let's see what you guys get.
No, but you're actually getting where I'm going. It's like this is where you're starting, because it's a safer avenue to start, right? No one wants children. You hear about this
yes.
About that one boy. ChatGPT was actually telling him how to commit suicide.
Oh my God!
One of them. I don't want to say chat. Well, I said ChatGPT. Whatever he was using.
Okay.
It
One of
was
those
actually,
AI tools. Okay.
It was actually showing him how to do it, or instructing him how to do it. And I find that kind of odd, because when I did a presentation on ChatGPT when it first came out, I was trying to prove to the audience. And I said, tell me how to make a bomb. And it refused. So I really can't tell you how to make a bomb. That's beyond my scope and my morals and blah, blah, blah. And it gave me a whole thing. And I'm like, okay, so you'll stop that. But because some kid's asking about suicide, you're going to let that go? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's all Wild West. I mean, anything goes. I was actually, when I was on the way to the studio, I was listening to CNN.
Okay.
And there were just different news about AI. And one of them was about how students are using AI. And they gave actually a real life example from some college students. They are studying in Harvard, and how they are actually using AI to prepare books, prepare the theses and homeworks, and preparing for the exams and all, all the good stuff. And they keep getting hundreds by using AI. Then Harvard figures it out, just takes disciplinary actions. But then also they make it mandatory to be in classroom, in person.
Yep.
But then they say, hey, while we're in the classroom, then we are preparing for the, next class. We do other things on our, screens and things like that. So there are many different, implications of AI nowadays in different forms, in different areas, because there is no control and looks like there is no responsibility to be
correct
for companies, for AI companies to
we're asking them to self-moralize themselves.
Yes.
Right? We're asking them to have a moral judgment of their own.
They're going to commercialize all the way. Yeah. I mean, that is for sure. But in the meantime, just, children, students, vulnerable people.
It's funny you mentioned the
anyone can be impacted in different forms.
Chris from TechWorks. Good plug, Chris. He had a seminar at his place, and it was for schools.
Okay.
And it was about AI in the schools.
Okay.
Right. And the thing went very well. It was very, very well done. But afterwards, I'm networking, like, what you do at these events. And I'm talking to some people from the school, and they were like, I'm very concerned over this, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I tried to put it in a little bit of a perspective. I said, when I was growing up, we had Cliff Notes, right? So if I wanted to read a book and I didn't really want to read the book, I bought the Cliff Notes. That basically gave me some information about the book, and I could pass the tests. Where the teachers were smart is, as part of grades and tests, you have to verbally talk to me. Now the teacher's asking me about the book. It's the same thing here. This is what I was trying to explain to the teacher.
Okay.
I'm like, he could write the best thesis.
Let's talk about it too.
Correct.
Yes.
Let's have a conversation about it.
Tell me about it.
Okay, Bob. What do you think about this? And if the guy looks at you, okay, you nailed it. Or better yet, say, I found this interesting. Your thesis in paragraph 2, you're making this assessment. What made you think of that? Why is that so important? And I said, I was trying to explain to them that you're not going to stop it, right? You're not going to stop ChatGPT. You're not going to stop these kids from using it in their thesis. What you have to do is you have to become, I don't want to, teachers again. Right? You have to critique, you have to ask, you have to investigate. I think in the teaching world, tests have become the main, tests and essays have become the way that you judge
the performance of the student.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
And can't be that anymore. And this is what I've been saying about AI in general. Right? It was too funny. I was gonna send it to you. It was in the Reuters, and it really didn't have much background, but somebody in New York was saying that AI has not displaced jobs at this current point. And I'm like,
talk to me after 5 years.
Yeah, well, that was the whole thing. But I didn't know if it was a piece trying to squash, nervousness.
Yeah, they like to smooth things a little bit.
Yeah.
They want to they want to make sure that there is no public reaction in masses.
Yeah.
They try to do some control before things become uncontrollable by masses.
It seemed like a fluff piece trying to. So that's why I didn't.
It is so obvious. I mean, it is really obvious. And for an AI entrepreneur, someone who is investing in AI, to come up to screen and say, hey, AI is better for such thing. They won't say it. They can't say it. No. There is no, it won't happen. It won't happen. So we have to use a common sense here as, individuals, observe, see what may be happening, listen to the other experts. And there are also statistics. Right now, white collar entry-level jobs are 30% down. 30%. Yeah. So imagine this, a student who just graduated from economics, business, or even coding, okay, let's say they have no expertise in AI-based coding or things like that. How can they find a job? I mean, this week, Salesforce just laying off.
I saw that.
There was 2,000, 3,000 people, and they are asking why. And the CEO says, "Well, we don't need that many heads anymore." That's the response.
Well, what the article I read on Reuters said, we put a lot of money into AI.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we took salary, we put it into AI, and I got to now get rid of resources.
Yeah, that's the summary. Yeah.
But it's a money game. But, I've been in this field for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
That happens.
Yep.
You're never going to change that. There's going to be an innovation.
Correct. And because this is about technology and technology companies are the first adopters of AI, then we'll see these mass layoffs in technology companies. That's just
I agree, but I think what you
expected. But then more to come. Now the traditional companies, traditional manufacturing companies, non-profits and other organizations start adopting it, and we're gonna see more layoffs. Because the challenge is, it was also in the news when I was listening to it when I was driving. The AI used to be in the level of a high school student. Now they are saying that it's in the level of a college student. The pace that it is actually learning so fast, and it is too fast that it's very difficult for people to really adapt to. So that is the challenge here right now, especially for white collar jobs. For now, it looks like blue collar jobs. Anything about being a carpenter, a plumber, welder. But they have the job right now.
Here's the thing. The reality is AI is being used to reduce costs right now, right? I was just we had an event at the HIA, and I was talking to somebody afterwards, and we were talking about ChatGPT and blah, 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 blah. And she's she's the company's social media person.
Okay.
All right. She's just using it as a time saver, right? So you build the prompt, it does the post well, and you go and post. I'm not getting rid of somebody. I'm just accelerating my ability to get a post out every day, as opposed to maybe 2 days, because I got to create the content. I got to make sure it looks good. I got to review it. I got to get it approved, that type of stuff. And I think there will be a lot of that. Do I think jobs are going to get? Yeah, absolutely. This is a disruptive technology, but very few technological advancements haven't been disruptive, right? Isn't that the nature of innovation?
This is different, Anthony. This is just way, way too powerful.
Let's
make comparisons. Think about internet. Compare AI to internet, the innovation, the changes, the dot-com boom that we experienced, right? Websites just pop up. They try to, we were like, oh my God, that's a disruptor. Right? Everything's going to be.
But the dot-com boom had nothing to do with technology. It had everything to do with money, right?
They utilize internet. That there's a technology.
No, I know, but right? The bubble was because of finance people making the bubble.
What I'm saying is the pace and the effect of AI is way different than what we have ever experienced. Well, that's like the close example is internet. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
But
I do agree. I think the what shocked me was when ChatGPT first came out. The level of success. I was expecting it to fail. I was expecting to get some garbage sometimes. And I did a couple of really stupid things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is good, right? Some innovation gets pushed early because they just want it out, right? And then they work out the bugs because they got everybody testing and blah, blah, blah. And that's what I thought with ChatGPT, because I'm like, well, it needs large volume sets. So push it out to the world, make it free, and just store all the ins and outs. And when I said to you, you got it wrong, right? Because now we're going to help it. It asked me, did I do good? So that's what I thought. But then when I used it, I'm like, this thing is dead on. They didn't push garbage out. They pushed a finished product out. And that's what got me a little nervous, because I'm like, well, you pushed a finished product. I had no idea how long OpenAI was doing this. I don't think many people did. I think people in the know did. The average person, I think, had no idea. So I think that that made it look like it was moving fast. So, but it is moving fast. But I think ignorance made it appear to move faster, is what I'm saying.
I'll tell you one more thing. And one thing that I learned in technology, which I'm sure you agree, is there is nothing free in technology. I mean, people think that, there is software free. There is nothing free. You think you are getting it free.
Yeah.
If they're not getting nothing from you, at least they are learning from your using habits. They are getting statistics. Yeah. They are getting feedback. I mean, either way, you are paying for it in some form.
Well, no, Anthony from Long Island Tech Advisors says, if you're getting it free, you're the product.
Yes. That's it. And
I'll
tell you one more thing. What I learned is these LLMs, right? These AI agents. So now the time for in internet we have the search engine optimization, right? So some words that we can invest in. We can use Google AdWords. We can use those in SEO engines that we can just own it, and if someone search for it, it'll show up in Google. Now it is time to get these prompting words, paid prompting words. So we prompt it, right? We prompt AI, right? Hey, tell me this. Right. When you are telling these, consider this, consider that.
Do you think it's going to be, because I had a client that was trying to figure this out. They did Google, and then they did ChatGPT, and they're like, why aren't I high on ChatGPT? And then I did a little bit of research, trying to figure out Ask ChatGPT, went to some of the websites, and it's basically content based. Mm-hmm. So when you put a prompt in and you say, give me the best medical doctor in my area, what it did was it went through all the sites. So what I did was he gave me the results. I went to each of the websites and I looked and I said, well, the top guy has content all over the place. Mm-hmm. And it's not just his content. He's talking about other content. But that's general algorithms, right? Every social media. I mean, you look at the social media. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna push sales, social media is gonna drop you to the bottom of the bucket, right? I got more action on LinkedIn when I pulled my logo off of my page, and I put something like, help somebody every day, and then my content is some of the stuff we're doing at the events, and I'm not shoving content about my company. And my thought was, well, if you want to know about my company, go to my about, and you'll know my company. My point is LinkedIn pushes me now, because I'm educating people. It's content specific. And I think I would prefer if ChatGPT kept what it was doing. Oh, AI kept it content based. Because what that's going to do, that's going to force, because when you do keywords, it's almost like I'm going to pad keywords in my webpage so that it'll find it, right? Sort of like, I saw a trick where to help out when you're doing a job, they say take the whole job requirements, put it at the bottom of your resume, and put it as white font. So that when the AI algorithms are looking for a match, they're going to find an identical match. That's an unfair way of doing it to get around, right? I think keyword search and page, I think it's similar to that, right? But if you keep it content, now you got to write stuff, right? Now you have to have content in order for you to come up. And that's what I told my client. I'm like, look at this guy's page. Now, he had whole blogs, but he had another page of just hundreds of links shooting to this site talking about how to avoid ulcers, this site on how do men over 50 how do they lower their risk for prostate cancer? He wasn't the author, but he was promoting it. You understand where I'm going? So the algorithm said, hey, this guy's doing the right thing. And when I did that, I said, well, something's being done right there. And I pray that they don't go for paid. I know, to your point, it's probably going to happen.
They will have to. It's all commercial. So economics.
Business. Because it makes it just as horrible it makes it just as garbage as the current Google search.
Yeah, I mean, Google is, fundamentally, technically, Google is free. Anyone can go in and search. That they don't charge us by search, right? Are we paying anything by searching? No. But then all the ads and all the, tracking everything comes at us with or without our knowledge.
Here's the thing with that, though. there's an assumption that we're stupid. And if you watch now, like when they first put sponsored on, right? Do you remember how small the word sponsored was? The average person thought it was a result from my keyword search because the word sponsored was so tiny, right? They didn't make the word sponsored, but now people know, go through the first 9. So we're smart enough to know. And my question becomes, well, what good is that sponsor now? If I'm just looking for data, right? No, because
that's true.
My point is
but that is also the human nature.
People are going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And they're going to ignore, right? So what'll happen is you're going to just spend money and you're going to come up number 1 and you're not going to get any revenue. You're like, how come I'm not getting more revenue? Because everybody's looking for something and they don't want a sponsor. I don't want a sales pitch. If I want a sales pitch, I will put the word product or something in there. You understand where I'm going? So
yes.
Your paid search now may not be working as well. And it has nothing to do with AI. It has to do with the average person is now more educated on how that works.
Correct. When we look at the marketing in general, this is the marketing communication, right? You try to touch base markets, especially those in your target audience, the profile, whether that's business to business or let's say business to consumer. It is part of the marketing mix. So just by the product being in search engine optimization or just by having these Google ads is not going to be enough by itself. But you're going to put it in the mix. It's going to be as part of that mix. It is going to be the LinkedIn ads. There is going to be this SEO. There's going to be this.
Right.
This is going to be these LLMs, these AI engines, ChatGPT, Gemini, Einstein, you name it. Joule, you name it. And more will be coming, I'm sure. So they will be part of this marketing mix, this communication mix. So then you're going to get, and there's going to be also some geographical ones too. Let's say here in where we are, I'm going to search for, hey, what is the best Italian restaurant I can go? Based on where I am.
Okay.
Right? It's a paid one. I'm going to have these, Italian restaurants right in front of my screen because of where I am.
But if I ask for the best Italian restaurant, I'm not asking for the guy that paid the most for the marketing of the best Italian restaurant.
It'll give you the best one in the region.
I want the best one with the best reviews. And that was another thing that I saw in the back end.
It'll back it up with some certain logic. You won't say no.
So on this particular client, it used Yelp reviews.
Yes.
As part of, and that's what scares me, right? They're doing it correct right now, right? So if I go to ChatGPT and I do a search, it's doing what I would expect it to do. It's perusing the websites, right? So it means, first of all, you have to have a website, right? If you don't have a website, you're kind of screwed. It'll look, because then it's got nowhere to go, right? So then it's content 0. You're off the page.
Pretty much invisible, yeah, that's true.
So invisible. I like to stay invisible. But I like what it's doing. For the first time in a long time, when I got this project and somebody said, look into why, I was kind of happy. I'm like, it's doing the right thing.
I have a hunch.
What's your hunch? Okay.
I think
the world is coming to an end tomorrow. Is that your hunch?
I think it looks like our good friend. It looks like what our good friend Anthony said. If it is free, then we are the product. Right now, they are using us.
Yes.
They are using our searching habits, our conversations, what we are asking. I'm okay. It is learning from us. This is LLM, right? It keeps sucking the content from us.
Yes.
So by the time comes, then they're gonna get. They have it already, but they're gonna just perfect it. Who is searching what? Who is searching who? For how long? What they're asking for? Profile by profile, group by group, individual by individual. They're gonna have all the data on their database.
Okay, so
they're gonna map entire.
What's wrong with that, though?
Depends on how you use that data. How you use it. How you protect it. How you utilize it.
If it's not PII, if you're just saying that a male,
they're gonna have to commercialize
a white male. Well, first of all, you have to know who I am. Now, I work with some AI companies that they've created digital twins.
You sign in. They sign you. They force you to sign in. Name,
correct.
username.
Yeah. Okay. So then I guess my age.
You are
my,
tagged. They got you.
Okay.
They got you. They got all of us.
Okay. So they know, but so if they take this data and they say the average 60-something male is looking for X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, right? Because that what that says is somebody trying to market to me is going to find me much easier.
I'll tell you a story. I have a hunch. I have a story. I am on a roll today. All right. So
I love your story. So tell me the story.
So, well, my expertise is marketing, right? And to be more precise, direct and interactive marketing. So 20 years ago, when I was studying, these are the things that they taught us, and they are, to this day, fundamentals are still applicable. So we start learning the direct marketing by direct mail.
Okay.
And direct mail practices, right? So now people call it junk mail.
Yeah.
We just receive it from banks because it's so expensive right now compared to email marketing or other marketing channels. So only those that can afford it can do it. Mostly banks and other financial institutions mostly. So they don't really just send you the mail. They didn't send you the mail. You are actually in a list. So in the marketing industry, there are lists that you rent. So you go to these list agencies.
Yeah.
Okay. You tell them that, hey, my target audience are male, female, between these ages, these regions, with these habits, with the home. I want them to be homeowners because I'm selling home products. Let's say gardens or things like that. Anyways, I describe my profile. Okay, B2B or B2C. Okay, I just talk about B2C in terms of individuals, and then they bring you a list of your profile based on your geographics, the demographics, and other profile and elements that you mentioned. Okay, and then you get the list. Okay, but this is rented. You don't really own it.
Correct.
Okay, you can only use it once. So every time you're gonna use it, you're gonna have to pay for it, and they can trace it because they put the certain names, their names. So when you mail out, they also receive it too. And if you send it without their authorization, they'll know that too. You're gonna be on the blacklist, right? And what I'm saying is, coming from 1970s, there is nothing new about it, right? And that's been commercialized for decades. And this is a science, by the way. This is nothing like, people call it like, hey, junk mail. No, this is very meticulous and scientific. Because when you ask for that profile for individuals, they say, hey, your universe is 5 million people. So are you going to send the mail to 5 million people? No. You do testing first. Right. How are you going to do the testing? You just get 2,000 of them.
That, or you break it further down. I don't want 5 million. I want the first million in this geographic location.
2,000. 2,500 is a scientific number. That's it. They just send it to 2,500. They look at the response. Then they start increasing, step by step. So what I describe is a very old school direct marketing method. This is scientific, but very well known in the industry. So if we as business people and marketers figure this out from 1970s, 80s, 90s till right now, a tool, right? AI, LLM, learns massive, grabs the information. Even Google doesn't know who you are. Google can only know, where you are, etc., etc. But ChatGPT, Gemini,
but that means that you're getting.
Copilot, they are forcing me to sign in. They know my name, my email. So all these habits, people like me, people like me or unlike me, all the people using this system, they get all these habits, what they are asking for, how often. And then how often they repeat it and other things that we ask. It shows our interest. That means what we can be offered. Okay. If I keep asking for how do I lose weight? Okay. What are the ways of losing weight? Oh, and I ask, hey, should I get Ozempic or other things? And how do I? Obviously, I'm in the market for losing weight. Losing weight industry complex. I'm interested, right? So obviously, because you can tell from my ChatGPT prompts.
Right.
All of a sudden, I'm getting the mail.
But why? Okay, but why is that a problem?
Well,
you're getting what you want.
It's an unsolicited. Eventually, I didn't ask for them to send me the mail or the email. I asked for the information. I get it. Just because I asked for it, they sold my information to other marketers, and now I'm bombarded.
I know, but I'm past the point of thinking that I'll ever not have my information. I mean, we're past that, right?
But we cannot normalize it. See, do you remember the days that we weren't able to sit at home because phone keeps ringing? Always these calls that they, telemarketer trying to sell us stuff. I couldn't stay at home.
Right.
And then they passed the law, the law.
Yeah,
every time you call me, if I have no permission, I am giving you the permission, you call me, $10,000 per call. Now call me.
Right.
All the calls end. No one calls now. Right? So I don't want to normalize it. My information is my information. Your information is your information. They shouldn't be commercialized. But what I'm saying is, this is going this way. That's got to be the direction. Unfortunately, it is because of the mindset. They invest in billions of dollars, and they like to capitalize on it.
I actually like when I'm searching for something, and I'm now seeing other I was looking into this peptides for helping the body. Okay. All right. So I did a couple of things on peptides, and I was looking for a very specific peptide.
Okay.
And it eventually gave me what I was looking for.
Okay.
I have no problem with that.
Okay.
I'd actually appreciate that because it saved me a lot of time and money.
You asked for it, right?
No, I just did a search, and it started pushing content to me of the product. And then I was trying, because you gotta watch the crappy brands, the better brands. But I was able to get through that phase a lot quicker because I was getting more and more ads about the peptides I was searching for. You understand what I'm saying? And then I was looking at reviews.
It has to be permission based. It is because I'm not talking about your experience, but I'm talking about the AI based, like advertising will be coming or marketing will be coming. I think it's got to be permission based.
Listen, I think the average person is going to give permission.
I don't know. That's an assumption. How'd you know?
I'll tell you why.
I
know because our information is already out there. Everybody that knows I'm in some list that I didn't authorize. I know that. I know I'm in a list that is going to now send me phishing emails.
Let's not normalize it. Unless you give them the permission, you shouldn't be on that list.
Okay. But
if it is the case, it becomes
the list was generated by nefarious characters, so
that's why it shouldn't be.
I get it, but so it's how do I? They're gonna keep going.
We gotta keep defending our data. It's an ongoing journey. If you ask me, like it's
the states that tried it are it's not working for them. Illinois tried it. They tried to ban the use of, there was a company that was doing facial recognition, and they were pulling the facial recognition images from social media. And FBI has 3 million faces. These guys had 30 million faces. So, of course, their AI works beautifully. Took them to court, and they lost. Took them to court, and they lost. Took them to court, and they lost. So, unless you come up with laws, because they created a biometric law, and it lost in every case. Why did it lose? Because just because you're pulling them from social media, you can make your social media account private.
So
no,
let's think about
Hear me out.
Okay.
If I put my stuff out there, and it's public, who's responsible for that data? I am. There are ways where I can lock stuff down. And then if I don't want my pictures out there, then lock them down. Don't give the permission. And to your point. And they tried to sue otherwise, and they lost because of just that. When you say make it public, you are giving permission.
One difference, though. See, if you are putting your information out in the internet, on internet sites, or there is no password wall, right? It's just out there, available.
No,
or LinkedIn, let's say.
Every social media has a password.
But this is different. This is just ChatGPT or Gemini.
No, so
think about it.
Right, but if you say my information's public, all they're doing is scraping. is grabbing your images because you said it's public. You allowing people to see you publicly. So therefore, whatever images you have,
Okay.
they're public domain. You know, it's
So
sort of like how do you why do you think that no one's suing New York City? Because on every street corner my image is being recorded. Why can't I sue the city for that?
If you are in public, you cannot expect any privacy.
Okay, well this
That's
is similar to it. It's just digitized versions of it.
But that's not what they are telling us. See, they are saying that, put your username, put your password. No one else can log in. Then remove all the passwords and everything.
And password, and then tell me whether you want your information to be public or private.
Yeah.
It's the same. The user and password is irrelevant for the conversation. I'm not saying user and passwords are not good.
Yeah, this is what I mean. You're forgetting about all the username and password.
That
sounds like it.
That would basically shut the podcast down. Okay, he's an idiot. We're out. He doesn't want to use passwords. Okay, time to go on to another YouTube channel. That's not what I'm saying. It's irrelevant to the public-private conversation, right? So if you don't want your stuff public, don't make it public.
All I'm saying is the LLMs, the AI engines that we are using, Gemini, ChatGPT, all of them.
They're all scraping and gathering information from open websites. They cannot get into
I'm not talking about that though. See, what I'm saying is this. They are scraping, we got it. They are searching super fast compared to...
Correct.
We all know that's
yes.
That's perfect fine. What I'm saying is, based on what you search, when you search, from where you search, and based on your profile, it is going to be used for marketing and advertising purposes. That's where it's going to go. Because right now it is free.
Why do you
fundamentally, even though they're a paid version of it.
Okay, so why do you think all of these companies have apps now? Listen, this is nothing new.
Yeah.
When I would go to the Macy's counter, you don't think Macy's knew how often I was there?
They should.
So they've been doing it. Why is it okay for them to do it? I never gave them permission.
With the AI, the scale will be
see, the only thing AI is doing is scale.
Yeah.
And that's what's scaring people.
And there are no laws and nothing right now.
But you basically said it. We've been doing this crap since the 70s.
Yeah.
No one ever complained since the 70s.
They did complain. And they've been shaping it in different forms.
I get it. But all they did
it's going to be a whole different...
is made someone go a different route. Right? So now I can't call you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You may call me $10,000 per call.
Okay. Or, put me on your do not call list.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then you are there, you cannot call them. Yeah.
Okay. But they went with a different marketing range.
Mm-hmm.
They're still gonna market to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
There's nothing
but the form was so invasive. So it was just really they really abused it all the way. That was the main problem.
Here's some of the problem I have. Because we're all upset on that. And that's, But yet Facebook can hire psychologists to make sure that induced an endorphin. Now you're manipulating me biophysically.
It's not new either.
No one.
So
hold on a second.
Okay.
No one. Stop. Okay. No one is even mentioning that. I mean, it was what was it? It was a Netflix series, I think, Social Disturbance. I don't know the name of it.
I have another story for you.
No. I want to stick with this point for a second. Why isn't anybody complaining about that? Why isn't anybody shutting that down?
Some things they don't notice. I'll give you an example. There is a practice called sensory marketing. Okay, and I'll give you an old school example. Right? So we go to Walmart or Kmart or any supermarket, you name it, doesn't matter. They all do it. You go in, the smell, the lighting, the music. The faster the music, the faster you shop.
100%.
Right? The smell, they extra motivate you. Okay, if you are why the shopping carts are already in front of us when we are entering? It's because when you get the shopping cart, you have the tendency to fill it up.
Correct.
You shop more, you spend more, right? All these things, like these are all.
That's why the little baskets.
Yeah,
you got to go inside. hunted down by the
It's hard to find.
Dig it.
It's too small. Easy to feel.
They don't want you to use that because
they want you to get the heavy duty shopping.
I get it.
So what I'm saying is like these marketing tactics, they've been around for a very long time. And this is a science, right? They count it, they see the reaction, they expanded it. For sure. With the AI and the knowledge that's sucking from us, from our, using habits, is gonna be way different level when it comes to advertising. They're not there yet as far as being, but it's getting there.
My whole point is when that was known, no one gave a crap. Now, for my purposes, I'm okay with you giving me stuff that I researched on. Mm-hmm. What I don't like is you're doing something to control endorphin and dopamine. I mean, even scrolling. If you watch now how social media is scrolling releases dopamine. I'm not comfortable with that. So now you're controlling me physically through a visual, digital. I have a problem with that. You showing me stuff that I asked for, I'm okay with that. That's just general marketing.
This is just the beginning.
I know.
Things that they're going to do with AI, it is because of the knowledge that they get about us,
but
the profile.
We're complaining about that, but yet this sensory stuff, no one ever complained about.
Well, see, that is the gist of our conversation today, right? Who's going to be responsible for all these at the end of the day? Because there is going to be abuses. It's not going to be that easy, right? And also, I'll give you some other examples from marketing. So the common example why people complain about direct mails and things like that, it's because of bad profiling, bad targeting. Mm-hmm. If you send a Viagra message to a 70 years old grandma, there is a problem there, right? Something is off. She's going to complain. Right. The company is going to complain. This is just bad marketing in so many ways. Bad targeting, bad marketing. So we're going to be seeing that too. It's not going to be just easy journey. Some people will be abusing it. Some of them will misuse it.
I've had a couple.
And there is no laws, regulations, nothing to stop it or regulate it.
But that's been, again, that's direct mail. I've seen direct mail, you've won money. My dad called up my wife. She works in a nonprofit law area. Mm-hmm. And he called her up and said, I think I won something, blah, blah, blah. She's like, Dad, that's a scam. No, there's a check here. Dad, that's a scam. So I agree. And that's direct marketing.
Yeah. And right? Where you complain about this if you receive this?
I've received a couple and I've sent it to the postmaster. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I'm like, that's just wrong. Right. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even me. I'm like, you're going to get some 85-year-old person. Mm-hmm. And that's your target audience.
That's the level.
That bothers
me. Unfortunately, yes.
And
we have to protect the community.
But if you look at where we're going, we're trying to do children in chatbots.
Anything that causes by the AI companies, they have to be responsible. That's my opinion.
But I think what I'm seeing,
they have to regulate it responsibly.
I'm seeing people who can make. They're sitting back quietly and they're doing stuff like this. Oh no, we're investigating it. We're checking into making sure children, and I think that's admirable. I'm not, don't kill me. I think that's admirable, right? But that's a extremely small piece of the problem. Why aren't they going for regulations? Why? I mean, you hear it, but are you seeing any action? Are you seeing any?
No.
I'm hearing conversations. But
if
this is an appeasement, is my point.
If industry doesn't self-regulate itself, eventually government will just come in
like we were saying.
That's inevitable.
When I looked into how ChatGPT was ranking, I was very impressed with it. It did the right thing. So there is a self-regulating going on there, right? The platform on its own, if you watched what it did, it did the right thing. Yep. It picked the top guy who had the top Yelp rating. He also had content, And it wasn't sales content. It was specific content related to medical. If I was going to search somebody, I think he would come up, if you did your own personal search, that's the guy you would want. So it did do the right thing. I think where we're going. I think where we're going to agree is it's the people who want to make it monetize it.
Yes,
like it's like
it is taking billions of dollars.
Did you watch the movie Oppenheimer?
Yes.
Okay, those guys were so happy, and then that scene where they saw it become a bomb, and the one guy runs outside and throws up, right? Because that's the moment where he realized I was blind, right? So that's what you got to stop.
Actually, right? I had a meeting a couple days ago with a friend of mine. Okay, and he said one thing that I'll always remember. So we should always remember our humanity.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't, let technology and all these development make us forget about the humanity.
Correct.
Or humane part of us, the society. That is the critical thing. Because when it's all about money, it's just not about humanity anymore, right? It's just about
100%.
Making more money.
It's the
and
reason,
greed drives everything.
Reason why in our past conversations I said I want a psychologist on a regulatory board. I want a finance person on a regulatory board. I want a philosopher on a regulatory board. I want a social worker. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I want those people because what's going to happen is they're going to argue, right? But if it's just business people,
the board conversation is. How much did you sell?
Correct.
How much have you been making?
Right.
When is the break even?
Right.
What is my ROI? That's the conversation that you're going to hear in the boardroom.
The problem I see...
all this greed, nothing else.
The problem I see is it can't just be government because they fold way too quickly, right? Government has a tendency of looking towards money as much as a business person looks towards money, right? So it cannot be just... We cannot look to the government and say, you got to regulate this. It's not going to happen. It has to come from the tech industries themselves. Well, we're at 47 minutes.
Amazing. We could keep going. Can you believe this?
And we didn't even get through
What was the conversation again?
We didn't get through the episode. I loved it, though. No, I loved it because this was very organic.
Yes.
And
yes.
I
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, me too. We'll get to this one in the next episode because this was a really good discussion on and I hope all of you got something from it.
Yes.
Too.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Put your comments in the chat box, please.
Yes. Let us know what you think.
We typically get the different sides of the conversation.
Yeah.
And we enjoy this conversation. And at the same time, we also love to hear from you. What do you think? Who is responsible if something happens because to AI
your point,
yes,
you're part of this, right? Seriously, the people watching this, you can sit here and listen to us debate and talk and go, that's interesting.
Yes, but our listeners and our viewers, they actually experience it every day just like us.
Right.
Do you have any experience that you can share with us?
That's actually a great point.
Please,
I'd love to
chat box. Yeah,
I'd
absolutely.
love to hear an experience that somebody had where AI did something improper or, like I said.
Or did something great, perhaps, just like to your example.
Yeah,
could be both ways,
yeah,
right?
That's a good point.
Could be like,
what
is your experience?
Wait a minute, I'm the con guy. Why am I looking for the negative?
Good point.
I'm supposed to be promoting it. All right, well, I'm Tony Lucidi.
I'm Kevin Deveji. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, as always.
It was great. Yeah. This was a fun one, man.
We have no shortage of conversations. A lot of subjects to cover and then debate. And, I hope you'll join us for the next one.
Yeah.
And looking forward to having you and seeing you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.